Okay, one of the skills of drawing cars is how to get the wheels to sit on them, right? So for instance, and I've got a little bit of a trick. So imagine we're going to draw the front of the car. And the side of the car. Okay, so this line here, if this is the front of the car, imagine this is a headlight. Okay, this line here, if you have wheels that are a cylinder, the cylinder will be parallel to the front of the car. And because it's parallel to the front of the car, you'll be able to split it in two like that. And this side, side A, will be symmetrical with side B. And you need to be able to get, so this is how that ends up looking. The cylinder that the wheels are part of, that's how that ends up looking. Okay, so let's do a couple practices. So just this part of the car, okay? And so we'll just say, okay, so here's a car going this way. I know that the wheel will be symmetrical around that, around this line direction, okay? Different one. Okay. Now let's do deeper turns. So you're not seeing hardly any of the front of the car here, and we can turn it even further away from us. And here's a car really coming towards us. But now, okay, so of the ellipse that we were drawing, here's the ellipse when we're looking directly at the side of the car. Here's the ellipse when we're looking at the car in three-quarter view, kind of like this. And here's the ellipse when we're looking at the wheel really, really foreshortened. Okay? It's this line that the ellipse oh, getting a little carried away with myself. Okay. So let's turn the car even more. We'll turn it that far. Here's like some real cop show type car. This is for your noir graphic novel. Here's the line, someplace right in between those two. Okay, so here's our first stage of practice with really getting the wheels correct. Now, the thing that I always find tricky is I always find it tricky getting the proportion of the space between the middle, okay? And here's how I kind of have worked out how to do that for myself. I'll sketch the front of the car, just the proportion of the front of the car, okay? Then this starts deciding on the perspective of the car. Okay, that's the next line that I'm going to start to add. That starts to tell me what the perspective of the car is. Then, before going much further, I come in and we're just essentially repeating what we've done down there. I'm looking at this car in 3/4 view, so if I'm going to pick, I want to pick this one. I'm not looking at it dead on, which would be 1. I'm looking at that one. Okay, I'm looking at that. Okay. And that'll put the other wheel over here, symmetrical along that. Okay, now what I need to do is I need to count back 3. I need to go 1, 2, 3, and here's the other wheel, okay? And in order to sketch it, I'm going to first gently sketch the back of the car. And it's always so much longer than what I think it's going to be, okay? And here is the one that goes here. And I need the bottom to line up, and I need the top to line up in perspective. Okay? And you can do this when you're sketching cars too. You can just include the wheels in the cube of the bottom. For instance, let's see. And then 1, 2, 3, and here it is. And the back would be like that. And this one, as a cylinder, would be this way. Here's my minor axis. Minor axis being the point of symmetry in the ellipse. Okay, and then you can make a decision about how high off the ground this car is. If it's a sports car, if it's a SUV, if it's a Jeep-like car. Okay. Okay, so this is a 2-stage process. This is stage 1. Stage 2, counting backwards, right? Here, I'm going to do one coming towards us again. I want to do one right here. Let's say this car is going neck and neck with this other car right here. These guys are totally coming towards us. It's like the Italian job. Okay. So first wheel, Here's my line. Here's my line right there. Then I go 1, 2, 3. The last wheel has to go here. And there's my symmetry. Okay. Okay, these two dudes are racing. So that's how you get to, that's probably one of the, I mean, there's a lot of kind of complicated parts about drawing cars, but the same thing, let's see. So it's very easy to do it in side view. It's just counting the 3. We've got 3/4 view, 2 forms of 3/4 view, okay? This could be a back view of a pickup truck going over a hill. This could be a sort of 3/4 back view. All right, so that's how you get the wheels mounted on the side of a car.